The opening tip won by the Houston Rockets. To Capella. Down to Fareed. From the painted area, won't go down. To Wendell Carter. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Chris Paul rejects it. Carter.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Markkanen. From long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Paul into the front court. They're down 3. Capella to Paul. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Bulls have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Now Paul with the basketball. 5-point game to Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden, his first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Harden in possession. They trail by 7. Oh, Carter with the rejection.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Wendell Carter. To Paul. Lauri Markkanen. Huge block. Turnover gives them the possession. To Porter. To Wendell Carter. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. New blood coming in for both sides. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Chicago basketball. To Lopez. Goes reverse to lay it in.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Paul into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 of 4 now. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And counted at the rim.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Paul, very little's gone right in this first quarter, but with that 3, you look at the scoreboard, they're back within 9.
And Ed, Rome was not built in one day. You can't.
And a 3-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started. Austin Rivers to Paul. Knocked loose. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Porter. Working it outside. Oh, I had him going there for a second. To Wendell Carter. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense. Rivers with the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble, off a quick pass, or off an ISO. When the ball is in this young player's hands, something just feels right.
Paul. Oh, he had him there for a second. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Paul. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
It's halftime here in game 1. Let's get you.
Fellas, back to you.
Chicago possession. LaVine to Markkanen. Sizing up the defense. He gets it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden in possession. Down a bundle. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. On the drive, it's Harden, but a shot no good. To Wendell Carter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Paul to Capella. Clint Capella. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Wendell Carter powers it through.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. We have both. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Robin Lopez looking good, 4 for 5.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Lopez. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
James Harden at the controls. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Paul with it up top. His guys down big. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Well, leaves the defender in the dust. Corner 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer, and it's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
After a wild opener, the Houston Rockets control the opening tip. Runner here won't go. To Markkanen. Runner's good there.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
Capella to Harden. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Paul. Gets it in the left corner. To Harden. From long range. His first effort off the mark. Levine. Baseline drive to Porter. 4-3. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul. Tough shot. He hits. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Harden into the front court. Down just a couple. To Paul. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Zach LaVine doing what he does best.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Paul. Gordon to the basket, but a shot no good. The follow won't go either. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. Houston with the basketball. Paul up against Porter. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it.
See the three, be the three. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Knocked loose. Fires the three. Count the triple.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Paul. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. For three. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul. Five seconds to shoot. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Beyond the arc for three, and he knocks it down.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. To Paul. From the painted area, won't go down. To Lopez. From the outside, no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Levine. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down by 9. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Clint Capella, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 48% free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Levine. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
No good. Chicago with the possession. From long range. And it's Capella with the rebound. Paul into the front court. His guys down 11. Gordon defended by the former Hoya. To Paul. Short jumper off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Paul across the timeline. 14-point deficit. To Fareed. Short jumper won't fall.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
Deep two there, won't go. To Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout. To Paul. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Gordon with it. Down a bundle. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
And he hits.
And transition defense against the new norm of three-point shooting in the NBA has changed. You have to get out, stop the ball, and then quickly fan out to three-point shooters. And whoever's on the weak side needs to clog up the paint. That's the new way to guard the three-point shot.
Clint Capella. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Paul with it up top. His guys down big. Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Porter to Lopez. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Driving right to the basket. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Missed a wide open look. The Bulls take this one. They claim their 3rd consecutive NBA title and 4th in the last 5 years. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The Bulls won this matchup. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
This series shifts locations as we get set for a big one. Game 3 of the NBA Finals, right here on EA Sports. The opening tip won by the Rockets as we're underway in Houston. Paul driving, but he can't connect. Bulls with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden with it up top. Just getting started in game 3. Capella to Paul. Fareed to Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden. The screen sets him up for 2. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden with the basketball. Down just a couple. To Paul. Oh, Carter with the rejection. Harden defended by the former Hoya. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Harden to Paul. The drive right to the basket. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. Paul. Fine to shoot. Harden shoots. The jumper's off the mark. Short jumper stays out.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
And count the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harden in possession. Right now, down 7. Has a chance. Deep 2 there. Won't go. He gets it.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's good at the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on, and that extends the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. You know what's coming. Go get it. Harden up against Porter. Beyond the arc for 3. Cleans it up. Clint Capella. He's 2 for 2 now.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
To Capella. Laurie Markkinen. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Won't go down. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Ball. That won't go. And a putback slam. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Slams it home on the putback. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to...
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Bulls have it. To Wendell Carter. Probing the defense with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now Paul with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. To Harden. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Tough make through traffic.
Welcome to the league, young fella. But just because you got a bucket doesn't mean that you don't have to do your rookie chores after the game.
Houston takes over. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Substitution being made in this one. Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch. But great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Wendell Carter. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rockets have the ball. To Rivers. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Levine. For 3. Buries it.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Paul. Fires the 3. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Rivers into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Levine. Nene pins it. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Carter. To Zach Levine. Zach Levine Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Paul. Here comes the screen to Rivers. Zach LaVine swats it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Wendell Carter trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Missed it.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Won't go. Paul across the timeline. His guys down big. For three. Yes.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
From long range. Message received. Well defended. That misses with a second to go. The Bulls take this one. They've won their 18th NBA title, the most of any franchise, and their first since 2008. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls have come out on top. Congratulations to them and all of their fans around the world. This is a night they'll never forget. That's another postseason in the books, and I'm already dreading the wait for more hoops. See you next season.